Hello, my name is Dana Primus. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Baines Lower Elementary in St. Francisville. Today I'll be teaching a lesson in geometry. We'll be identifying two-dimensional and three-dimensional shapes. In this lesson, you'll see differentiated instruction where I'm meeting the needs of each and every one of my kids based upon their readiness for geometry. The video that I'm going to start the class off with is the shape name game. And it's just a fun way for students just to get motivated, just get them started with learning and just to remember those shapes.
Cube.
In this lesson, students will sort objects, whether they're two-dimensional or three-dimensional.
Bingo.
Students will also create objects that are two-dimensional and three-dimensional using pretzels and marshmallows. Bring this in some, it looks like a what?
Diamond.
A diamond. What's another word for diamond?
Rhombus.
Rhombus. So a diamond is another name for that is a rhombus. And even creating monsters. They're making some shape monsters. So they're creative on their own. I'm not giving them a shape and say, okay, this is what your monster should look like. It's giving them a chance to explore and come up with their own monster. Students come at different levels. Nobody's the same. They're all unique. And we have different types of learners. You're kinesthetic learners. And you just want to meet the needs and just keep them engaged. A different activity, but you're still covering the same standard. And with Common Core, they have to explain. They have to justify their answers. It's not just this is right, this is wrong, but they have to justify, critique things, and explain.
Angle in the square, I noticed that it had 4 sides and 4 angles and 4 corners.
Very good.
So that's what Common Core is, rather than GLEs where you had to just say that this standard was based upon what you needed to know or master by the end of the year. And Common Core gives us a chance to be more creative. It doesn't tell us exactly how to teach it, but meet that standard. It gives you a sense of flexibility and creativity with your students. One way that parents can help their children is just by looking at a shape, saying what they notice about the shape, just getting ideas. And some things they may say, it has 3 sharp points, okay, 3 sides. That's one way that parents can help. Then they can move to getting some simple beans and taking one bean and placing it on the triangle. And then saying, how many beans do you see on the triangle? The child would say 1. How many beans are in your hand? 2. So 1 and 2 makes 3. Your child has just made a number sentence. Then you would do it again. Place another bean on your triangle. How many beans do you see now? 2. How many beans are in your hand? 1. Can you give me a number sentence? 2 and 1 makes 3. The child would place another bean on the triangle. How many beans do you see on the triangle now? 3. How many beans are in your hand? 0. 3 and 0 makes 3. So your child has identified the shape, its attributes, as well as making a number sentence. Shapes are everywhere. When they go home, they still see shapes. When they're on their way home, they see shapes. The stop signs, the billboards, those are still shapes. I mean, when you bring things into real life, they're able to relate to shapes, like a Coke can being a cylinder. They're able to see that every day. Bringing in the literacy as well, taking your children to the library, bringing it to real life. It doesn't have to be isolated anymore. Just making it real to them because it's a part of your life. Shapes are everywhere.